All right, so have you ever, like, walked past a bar?
And just like
Yeah.
felt that cool factor radiating off of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Now imagine a whole event that's like that,
Yeah.
fueled by Johnnie Walker,
Mm-hmm.
the world's top-selling scotch.
And that's not by accident. You've brought us this House of Walker X Tales of the Cocktail thing.
Right.
And it's like a masterclass in how a brand with generations of history still stays ahead of the curve.
Right. Like we've got their insider recap here.
Yeah.
And it's less about selling bottles, though. Good for them on being #1.
Right.
And more about selling a feeling.
For sure.
But before we get lost in the luxurious sauce, like what can you, the listener, actually learn from this?
That's the key. Right. We all encounter branding every single day. But when does it actually hook you?
Yeah.
This event wasn't about pushing scotch. It was about crafting an idea that you want to be a part of.
Okay.
And it starts with the location, New Orleans.
Okay. New Orleans. I get the cocktails, the vibe, but it's not exactly Scotland, is it?
Right.
Seems deliberate, like they're tapping into something specific.
Exactly. New Orleans just oozes history and tradition. I mean, every cobblestone whispers it.
Right.
And for Johnnie Walker, a brand built on legacy, it's instantly aligning themselves with that heritage, but in a cool, unexpected way.
Right.
They're not just selling a product. They're weaving themselves into the fabric of a legend.
Subtle flex.
Yeah.
But speaking of legends, let's talk about the actual bars they brought in.
Right.
Meadowlark.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Paradise, Jaguar Sun.
Right.
Now, to me, those sound like places I'd want on my Instagram feed.
Of course.
But for those not in the know.
Think of it like this. If Johnnie Walker is the headliner,
Yeah.
these bars are the all-star band.
Okay.
Meadowlark, known for its experimental cocktails.
Okay.
Mr. Paradise, a haven for high-end spirits.
All right.
And Jaguar Sun, their tropical vibes and innovative drinks. These aren't just places that mix a good drink.
Yeah.
They set the trends that others follow.
So like the cool kids everyone wants to sit with at lunch.
Exactly.
But Johnnie Walker got them all together.
Yep.
And each one crafted unique cocktails. Just for this event.
Oh, wow.
You know, there were some intense mixology brainstorming sessions happening.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where the genius of the event unfolds, mirroring the Johnnie Walker philosophy. They're famous for their blending, taking different scotches, each with a distinct personality and creating something exceptional.
Yeah.
These cocktails, same concept.
Right.
A symphony of flavors, carefully chosen to tell a story, to evoke an emotion.
Okay, now I'm getting thirsty. But it wasn't just tea about the drinks, right?
Right.
Their recap mentions live music.
Yeah.
A custom golf experience.
Okay.
Even a professional headshot studio.
Wow.
It's like they threw everything at the wall and hoped something stuck.
More like they threw everything amazing at the wall, knowing it would create this multi-sensory explosion.
Okay.
That's how experiences become memorable.
Right.
Think about it. You're not just tasting.
Right.
You're hearing the music, maybe getting competitive on the green. Right.
Even getting your photo taken like the VIP you are, it targets all your senses.
So it's not just about the scotch you're sipping. It's about the feeling of being immersed in this perfectly curated world.
Yes.
Even for a night.
Right.
And speaking of feeling fancy, they had a blending lab.
Ah, yes. This wasn't just about sipping pre-made blends.
Okay.
This was your chance to become the blender.
Really?
Guided by a Johnnie Walker expert.
Wow.
To craft something unique to your taste.
Wow.
Talk about bespoke experiences.
Okay, hold up. As someone who enjoys a good scotch, the idea of making my own WN blend, like some kind of whiskey wizard,
Chuckle.
that's next level. Cool.
And again, it plays perfectly into their brand story. It's not just about drinking Johnnie Walker. It's about understanding the craft.
The heritage, the skill that goes into every bottle.
Right.
By involving their audience in this process, they're fostering a deeper appreciation for the art of blending.
Right.
And creating a memory that's intrinsically linked to their brand.
And let's be honest, walking away with a bottle you helped create, that's bragging rights for life.
Chuckles.
Oh, yeah.
But if that wasn't enough to make you feel like royalty, they also had something called the Blue Bar.
Yes.
Now, I consider myself somewhat of a scotch enthusiast, and even I haven't had the pleasure of trying Blue Label. It's like the holy grail of scotch.
And that's the point they were making.
Okay.
Blue Label is Johnnie Walker's crown jewel.
Okay.
Rare, expensive,
Right.
and often elusive.
By showcasing it, in this exclusive setting, alongside a cocktail designed to highlight its nuances.
Right.
They're creating an aura of aspiration and desire.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, this is the pinnacle of what we offer.
Wow.
And you, by simply being here,
Yeah.
are part of this world.
Very clever marketing, I must say.
Yeah.
It's not about pushing the product.
Right.
It's about crafting a narrative around it.
Yeah.
Making you feel like you're joining something exclusive.
Exactly.
And who doesn't want to feel like they're in the VIP section of life?
Exactly.
It's like they understand that exclusivity isn't just about like price tags.
Right.
It's about feeling like you're part of something special.
Yeah.
Something other people haven't experienced.
Exactly.
But it wasn't all about sipping rare scotch in like hushed tones.
Right.
They also had Tank and the Bangas performing live.
Talk about setting the vibes
Right.
for those unfamiliar.
Right.
Tank and the Bangas are New Orleans through and through.
Okay.
Their music is like the city itself.
Okay.
A burst of energy, a fusion of styles.
Yeah.
Impossible not to move to.
Nice.
It's joyful, it's authentic,
Cool.
and it adds another layer to that whole experiencing the soul of New Orleans thing Johnnie Walker's going for.
Okay, so we've got these incredible bars serving up custom cocktails, live music that'll make you want to dance.
Yeah.
And this air of exclusivity all wrapped up in the heart of New Orleans.
It's powerful.
But then they throw in a custom golf experience.
I'm not going to lie,
Yeah.
that one threw me for a loop.
And that's the mark of a truly well-designed event.
Really?
It's unexpected. It sparks curiosity,
Okay.
and it creates an opportunity for conversation and connection.
Interesting.
Plus, think about the target audience for a brand like Johnnie Walker.
Okay.
They appreciate the finer things in life.
Yeah.
They enjoy a bit of friendly competition.
Right.
And they value experiences that are a bit out of the ordinary.
So it's not just about checking boxes.
Right.
It's about crafting an experience that's multidimensional and surprising. Yes. They've taken these seemingly disparate elements, high-end cocktails, soulful music, bespoke experiences,
Yeah.
and even a touch of sport,
Right.
and blended them into a cohesive and frankly unforgettable experience.
Precisely. It's like they've created a world within a world.
Wow.
And by stepping into it,
Yeah.
you're not just a consumer. You're a participant in this carefully curated story they're telling.
And that story seems to be resonating.
It is.
I'm looking at the photos from the event, and
Yeah.
people are genuinely engaged. They're smiling, they're
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
they're taking it all in.
Right.
It's clear that Johnnie Walker understands that in today's world,
Yeah.
it's not enough to simply offer a great product.
Right.
You have to create an experience that people will remember and talk about
Right.
long after the last sip is gone.
Absolutely. In a world saturated with information and choices,
Right.
it's the experiences that make a lasting impression.
So how do we, the everyday folks who aren't necessarily hosting high-end cocktail events,
Yeah.
apply this to our own lives?
It's easy to get caught up in the wow factor of it all and think, well, that's great for Johnnie Walker, but I'm just trying to plan a birthday party here.
That's the beauty of it. The principles are scalable.
Right.
Whether you're planning a small gathering with friends,
Right.
working on a project at work,
Yeah.
or even just trying to enhance your personal brand.
Okay.
It's about thinking beyond the obvious.
Yeah.
Just like Johnnie Walker didn't just rent out a bar and call it a day.
Right.
You can elevate your own gatherings by adding thoughtful touches
Okay.
that speak to a larger experience.
So instead of just hosting a game night,
Right.
I could create a theme, curate a playlist that sets the mood.
Exactly.
Maybe even come up with a signature cocktail for the evening.
Exactly. It's about engaging the senses,
Right.
sparking conversation,
Right.
and creating an atmosphere that feels special and unique. Yeah.
And just like Johnnie Walker highlighted their blending process in a tangible way with the Blending Lab,
Right.
you can find ways to weave your own passions and interests into your gatherings.
Suddenly, that game night sounds a lot more interesting.
Chuckles.
But you touched on something important. Personalization.
Right.
It's a recurring theme throughout this entire Johnnie Walker event.
It is.
The custom blends, the tailored cocktails,
Yeah.
even the opportunity to have a bottle engraved with your name.
And that's such a powerful tool
Beautiful.
because it speaks to our innate desire for individuality and recognition.
Yeah.
In a world that often feels mass-produced and generic,
Right.
those personal touches make us feel seen and valued.
It's like that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when someone remembers your name.
Yeah.
or your go-to coffee order. Exactly.
It makes you feel like you matter.
Yeah.
Like you're more than just a face in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like they took the time to make it just for you.
Yeah.
Which is so cool.
It really is.
And that's something that goes beyond just any product or brand.
Absolutely.
It's about human connection.
Precisely. It's about creating a sense of belonging, of shared experience.
Okay.
And that's what makes us want to tell our friends to share our photos on social media.
Yeah.
To keep the memory of that experience alive.
It's like Johnnie Walker tapped into some secret code for creating a buzz.
They did something right.
And it all boils down to crafting a compelling experience.
Yeah.
But as we wrap up this deep dive,
Right.
I want to throw one final thought out there for you.
Okay.
The list.
Imagine, if you will, that this House of Walker event was designed specifically for you.
Yeah.
What would be the one element?
That one personalized detail that would make it unforgettable.
What a fantastic question.
I don't know.
Right, like what would it be?
What would it be?
Would it be like a secret menu of cocktails? Each one inspired by a different chapter of your life.
I love that.
Right.
That's really good.
Or maybe a surprise performance by a band you loved in college.
Oh, wow.
Haven't thought about in years.
Oh.
The ultimate throwback playlist.
Now you're talking my language.
Right.
But the real takeaway here, regardless of the specifics, is that true engagement comes from understanding your audience on a deeper level.
Okay.
Johnnie Walker managed to blend their brand identity with the unique spirit of New Orleans, creating an experience that felt both familiar and exciting.
Yeah.
Exclusive yet welcoming.
It's like they threw the most epic dinner party and everyone wanted an invite.
I like that.
And they pulled it off by focusing on the experience.
Yeah.
Details, the things that make people feel special.
For sure.
So the next time you're planning something, anything really, ask yourself,
what's the story I want to tell?
and how can I make it an experience to remember?
Now that's a recipe for success.
Right.
Whether you're crafting a global brand experience
Yeah.
or simply hosting a memorable evening with friends.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Until next time, happy blending.